But baby, I'm a whole lot more than that. I don't sip slow or speak soft when the world's loud and full of nonsense. I wear red just cause I feel like it, and I laugh like I don't owe you a filter. You called it attitude, I call it finally being honest. Bless your heart, I'm not sorry. Not for the heels, the hair, or the heat I bring. Not for the way I walk in like I own the air. I'm the storm, sugar, not the warning. So if I rattled your pride, maybe you need a shaking. I don't throw shade, I shine too bright to hide in it. I know what I want, and I don't send mixed signals, I send fireworks. You said I talk too much truth, I said you ain't used to hearing it. I'm not your mama's sweet tea, I'm straight whiskey with a honey stare. Bless your heart, I'm not sorry. Not for the heels, the hair, or the heat I bring. Not for the way I walk in like I own the air. I'm the storm, sugar, not the warning. So if I rattled your pride, maybe you need a shaking. You can take your fragile ego and park it somewhere quiet. I've got places to go, and none of them are behind you. Bless your heart, I'm not sorry. I don't shrink, I don't dim, and I sure as hell don't beg to be understood. If that scares you, maybe I'm exactly what you need. But darling, I don't do apologizing in heels.
She's got chip nail polish and a master's degree. Sings along to Beyonce, but rides like Reba. Her boots aren't made for waiting, they're made for walking away when respect runs thin. She works weekdays in heels and spreadsheets, weekends in denim and dirt-stained knees. Knows her worth like she knows a back road by heart without GPS. She wears those boots on her terms, not for fashion, not for show, but for the ground she's claimed alone. Doesn't ask for permission to shine, doesn't soften just to stay in line. She ain't chasing dreams, she's out here living them real out. They say settle down, she says settle where? Love's gotta ride beside her or get left behind. She's kissed cowboys and questioned cities, but never once questioned her fire. She don't post every victory, but damn, she's built to maul herself. And when she walks into a room, even silence makes space. She wears those boots on her terms, not for fashion, not for show, but for the ground she's claimed alone. Doesn't ask for permission to shine, doesn't soften just to stay in line. She ain't chasing dreams, she's out here living them real out. ones who know her know better than to try and dim what was never built for small. She wears those boots on her terms, with dirt pride and a wild soul that burns. Not here to be rescued or defined. She's the one writing the headline. Call her boss, call her bold, just don't call her yours unless she says so.
Don't tell me to soften just because you care. I've been bold too long to unlearn, and now I've got roots and freedom and fire in my voice, and I won't shrink just to be held close. I know how to give, but not at the cost of losing my edges. If love means vanishing parts of me, then it ain't love worth keeping. So love me like I stay me. Don't ask me to dim just to make you shine. Hold me with room to grow, not with ropes to feel secure. I don't want a cage with pretty lining. I want skies that stretch wide. So if you love me like I stay me. I'll dance in the rain with you, but I won't drown in someone else's forecast. I'll make breakfast barefoot and in your t-shirt, but don't mistake it for surrender. I can be soft without erasing steel, and loyal without losing direction. If I let you in, it's not because I need saving, it's because I see fire that won't try to burn me. So love me like I stay me. Don't ask me to dim just to make you shine. Hold me with room to grow, not with ropes to feel secure. I don't want a cage with pretty lining. I want skies that stretch wide. So if you love me like I stay me. I've built this heart with calloused hands and dreams that didn't wait for yes. I won't hand it over just to be claimed. I'll give it only to someone who won't try to tame. So love me like I stay me. Don't fall for the version you can fold. Choose me loud, full and unfiltered, or don't choose me at all. This kind of love is rare, but it's real if you let it breathe. I walk in boots that don't ask permission. My lipstick's fire, my mind's on a mission. I ain't sugar, I ain't spice, more like bourbon with a twist of ice. You say, hey there, darling, with that tilted grin, but I've seen boys like you try to win. I don't fall for charm served cold. You better bring heat or hit the road. Don't call me darling like I'm some prize. I ride storms and I don't apologize. You want sweet? Try the girl next door. I'm wildfire wrapped in southern lore. So if you can't handle thunder with skin, you best not call me darling again. mess with whiskey, I flirt with fate, write my own rules and show up late. A little too loud for your mama's taste, but I'm the kind your silence won't replace. I've got a past that I wear like pearls, a mouth like sass and a spine like curls. You wanna ride, better buckle in. This heart don't slow for a timid man. Don't call me darling like I'm some prize. I ride storms and I don't apologize. You want sweet? Try the girl next door. I'm wildfire wrapped in southern lore. So if you can't handle thunder with skin, you best not call me darling again. I ain't here to tame, I'm here to roar. A southern girl, but never yours. You bring the game, I'll bring the grin. Let's see who's still standing in the end. Don't call me darling unless you mean fight, 'cause I shine brightest in midnight light. I'm not your pretty little storyline, I'm the headline that won't toe the line. So if you can't handle thunder with skin, you best not call me darling again. Some nights I wonder if I missed the turn, the one that leads to something steady. While friends build homes with porch lights and dinner bells, I'm chasing silence on two-lane roads. I've got keys but no front door that knows my name. Suitcases more familiar than coffee cups. And though I don't cry often, there are songs I can't sing without feeling something shake. Maybe I'm meant to roam, maybe stillness was never my call. And I don't wear roots well, they wrinkle when I try to sit too long. There's comfort in the wind, even when it's cold. And maybe, just maybe, I'm not lost, just not home. I've met men who thought they could anchor me, tie love to a porch swing and call it enough. But I've got maps in my chest, and every kiss feels different in a new zip code. It's not that I'm afraid of staying, it's that I feel most alive when I move. I water the flowers, then I keep walking before they bloom. Maybe I'm meant to roam, maybe stillness was never my call. And I don't wear roots well, they wrinkle when I try to sit too long. There's comfort in the wind, even when it's cold. And maybe, just maybe, I'm not lost, just not home. And if the day comes when the road stops whispering my name, I'll build something quiet. But until then, don't ask me to trade skies for ceilings. Maybe I'm meant to roam, maybe there's no wrong way to belong. I don't need a welcome mat, I've got freedom tucked in my boots. So if I keep walking, don't try to hold me back. I'm not running from anything, I'm just following me. stopped texting right after Tuesday. Guess your ego needed time to recharge. I waited all of one iced coffee before I realized peace is quiet. And boy, you're loud. My friends ask what happened. I just laughed and changed the song, 'cause losing you felt less like heartbreak and more like finally breathing right. Thank God you ghosted. I didn't dodge a bullet, I dodged a whole circus. Now I've got free time, clean sheets and no fake deep talk. You vanished like smoke, and I lit a candle in your place. Turns out silence is sexy when it ain't yours. You called it just not the right time. I call it a blessing with bad cologne. No more pretending I care about your playlist or sitting through stories that never go anywhere. I deleted your number before I could blink, not out of spite, just spring cleaning. And my mirror agrees, this face never looked so unbothered. Thank God you ghosted. I didn't dodge a bullet, I dodged a whole circus. Now I've got free time, clean sheets and no fake deep talk. You vanished like smoke, and I lit a candle in your place. Turns out silence is sexy when it ain't yours. You thought you'd leave me wondering, but all you left was extra closet space. And honey, that's worth more than closure. You could never deliver anyway. Thank God you ghosted. I didn't cry, I curated a playlist. Now I sip wine in peace with no white at 2 a.m. So here's to the boy who disappeared and the girl who looked better without him. Thank God you ghosted. Bless your heart and keep walking. I came to him with pieces missing and eyes that didn't look straight ahead. There were words I stopped halfway through, 'cause some stories hurt more when told. He didn't rush to name the silence, didn't ask why I flinched at softness. He just stayed like rain that falls without needing permission. He didn't ask why, he just held my hands like they weren't shaking. He didn't ask who broke me, he just made sure no one ever would again. He didn't fix me, he didn't try, he just saw me, and that was enough to start healing. I used to measure love in promises and count red flags like confetti, but his love came like a quiet sunrise. No parade, just a slow light filling the room. He learned my language even when I spoke in silence, and never once asked me to bloom before I was ready. He didn't ask why, he just sat in the dark beside me. He didn't question my quiet days, he just matched his breath to mine. He didn't rewrite me, he didn't erase what came before. He just loved me where I stood, no more, no less. Love doesn't always come in loud colors. Sometimes it comes in gentle shapes. Sometimes it comes in hands that don't let go, even when yours do. He didn't ask why, 'cause he didn't need a reason to stay. He saw the cracks but chose the light that shined through them. He didn't fix me, he didn't try, breeze moved the wheat like it was sighing. He stood next to me, hands in his pockets, not trying to be anything more than real. We didn't talk about forever, didn't mark time with promises, but the way he looked at the sky, I saw my name written somewhere in his calm. He didn't say it, but I knew, in the way he reached for the thermos with both hands, then poured mine first, in how he watched me like the world wasn't rushing. Love doesn't always need a voice, sometimes it just needs presence. There was no grand gesture, just a folded blanket and 2 chip cups. We sat in the hush between songs, letting the evening hum fill the spaces. He didn't speak of past wounds, but I saw them tucked gently in his silence. And I didn't touch them, but I stayed close enough for the healing. He didn't say it, but I knew, in the way he leaned a little when I laughed and waited when I wandered off in thought. He never said I love you that day, but everything around him did. Sometimes the softest things carry the loudest meaning. Sometimes the ones who stay quiet are the ones who stay longest. He didn't say it, but I knew, and somehow that meant more than any words could. In that silence, in that sunset, in the air that never asked, he held me without touching a thing. He never asked me to shrink, never once tried to fix the wild in my words. He just listened when the wind carried my silence, and stood still when the world asked me to move. There were no big promises, no declarations on rooftops, just the sound of him breathing beside me, like the earth agreeing with my roots. He grows where I bloom, not beside me to overshadow, but close enough to catch the light I share. He doesn't need a hold me down to keep me close. We rise 'cause we don't pull, we're strong 'cause we don't chase. He finds beauty in the undone, in the moments I forget to smile, in the mornings when my hair's a storm and my thoughts are still rain. He never asked me to be softer, but he softens when I'm near. It's not that he completes me, it's that he never made me feel incomplete. Don't come riding in with your silver words, thinking I'm some damsel waiting to be saved. I've patched my own knees, pulled myself out of more than you've ever dared to walk through. I don't need a hero, I need a man who can stand beside the fire without trying to put it out. Someone who sees the blaze and smiles anyway. I'm not the rescue kind, I don't need you to catch me. Just don't block the sky when I'm climbing. I won't shrink for your comfort, won't trade my fire for your calm. If you're coming, bring respect, 'cause I'm already whole on my own. I've got my own truck and I can back it out of tight corners. I've paid my bills and my dues and still found time to sing at sunrise. I'm not afraid of alone, I've made peace with my shadow, danced in empty rooms and found joy in echoes. I'm not the rescue kind, I don't need you to fix what's never been broken. I don't need you to tell me I'm strong, I know. But if you've got truth and you ain't scared of lightning, you can walk beside me. Just don't try to leave. If you want soft, I have it, but it's earned. If you want wild, it's here, but it won't wait. This heart doesn't knock to enter, it just opens where it's free. I'm not the rescue kind, don't write me into your fairy tales. I'm not waiting on a white horse, I've got boots that carry me just fine. If we're doing this, let it be two flames side by side, not one trying to dim the other. I'm not the rescue kind, but I'm worth the ride. I don't bloom in crowded places, give me white skies and open spaces, where love don't come in polished lines, but grows like roots in quiet times. He found me where the wild things live, by the river where the trees forgive. He didn't rush, he didn't try, just let his heart breathe next to mine. Love like lavender, soft and slow, not the kind that steals the show. But when the wind runs through your hair, you smell it lingering everywhere. It don't scream, it don't chase, but Lord, it never fades. Love like lavender always stays. We built a life on Sunday walks, on coffee mugs and quiet talks. He learned my storms and I held his calm. We danced to thunder, arms in arms. No diamond rings or grand displays, just wildflowers in a window vase. And somehow in that simple grace I saw forever in his face. Love like lavender, soft and slow, not the kind that steals a show, but when the wind runs through your hair, you'll smell it lingered everywhere. It don't scream, it don't chase, but Lord, it never fades. Love like lavender always stays. It's not the loud kind in the songs, but it's been here all along. Like moonlight on a porch swing, you don't notice till it's everything. Love like lavender, pure and real, the kind you touch but never steal. It grows in silence, roots down deep, and holds you close when you're asleep. It don't scream, it don't chase, but Lord, it never fades. Love like lavender always stays.
You came in like a line from a song, smooth, familiar, just enough charm to hum along. I let the rhythm carry us, even when I knew some notes were wrong. But I've played this melody before, the kind that starts sweet and ends off key. And I've learned not every story needs a page two just to feel complete. Not every man deserves a second verse. Some songs sound better when they end quick. I won't rewrite a chorus just to make you fit. If your harmony feels like hushing my fire, then you're not the tune I'll keep on repeat. Not every man deserves a second verse, and I'm done singing in keys that don't suit me. I don't hate you, I just outgrew the silence, the kind that settles in when real words get scarce. You mistook my kindness for patience, but I was just waiting for my cue to leave with grace. I'm not bitter, just tuned better now. I can spot flat notes a mile away, and I'd rather stand alone in stillness than dance to a song I can't replay. Not every man deserves a second verse. Some stories close best with a quiet fade. I won't force a bridge to carry weight it can't take. If your love's a line that bends without care, then I won't follow it anywhere. Not every man deserves a second verse. Some endings are the best parts we write. Doesn't beg for applause, it listens for real. And if your rhythm isn't steady, I won't fake the beat. Not every man deserves a second verse. Some names are better left as a footnote. I'm not here to remix regrets, I'm here to sing free. So thank you for the first verse, but I'll take it from here.
picket fence, and she's never circled a date in red ink. No Pinterest board for the perfect dress, no list of baby names on her fridge. She wakes up with the sunrise and picks her days like wildflowers. Sometimes it's cattle, sometimes it's poems. She doesn't need to choose one life. She's got her own trail, one boot in the dirt, one dream in the wind. Doesn't care who's watching. She's too busy becoming herself. Doesn't need a ring to feel complete, or a title to feel strong. She rides her own way, and that's more than enough. In every little town, and stories stitched into the hem of her jeans. She's kissed men she didn't regret, and walked away when the story stopped fitting. She sends postcards instead of pictures, and her love notes come in highway songs. You won't find her chasing applause, but you'll feel her spirit long after she's gone. She's got her own trail, one boot in the dirt, one dream in the wind. Doesn't care who's watching. She's too busy becoming herself. Doesn't need a ring to feel complete, or a title to feel strong. She rides her own way, and that's more than enough. She's not lost, she's wandering on purpose. She's not waiting, she's choosing. Not everyone understands her pace, but she was never meant to follow. She's got her own trail, carved in silence, lit with grit. She's not chasing what fits the mold, she's building what feels true. So if you meet her, don't try to guide her, just walk beside her. If she lets you. We don't rush on Sundays. He brings me coffee in a chip white mug, and I water the porch plants while the sky decides what color it wants to be. Nothing big happens, and maybe that's the beauty of it. His truck's still dusty from yesterday's drive, but he doesn't mind. He says it reminds him we've lived. I smile, barefoot on wood that knows us well. Love like this doesn't need fireworks. It hums in the spaces between words. It's the sound of his voice when he says my name, like it's never been said before. It's the way his hand finds mine without ever looking. We don't perform love, we live it slow and sure. He reads the paper out loud, even the boring parts. I don't listen much, but I like the sound. We share a pear sliced uneven and laugh about nothing important. There's music in the silence between us, like the world agrees we're exactly where we should be. No grand declarations, just glances that feel like home, like home. Love like this doesn't need fireworks. It hums in the spaces between words. It's the sound of his voice when he says my name, like it's never been said before. It's the way his hand finds mine without ever looking. We don't perform love, we live it slow and sure. I take up too much room, that my laugh could shake the ceiling. Said a lady should cross her legs and lower her voice when the whiskey talks. But I was raised on dirt and truth, not filters or second guessing. I don't clip my spirit just to be sweet. I've got grit with expect grace. I'm too loud, too wild, too me, and I ain't changing to fit your ease. I dance like thunder, speak like fire, and show up in boots, not apologies. If I burn a little bright, then look away. I'm not here to shrink for anybody's shade. I've been told I'm a bit much by men who couldn't carry half of it. They love the spark, then blame me for the flame. But I'm not built to be small, not wired for waiting rooms or whispering halls. I walk proud in every scar I've earned, and I don't owe soft to anyone. I'm too loud, too wild, too me, and I ain't changing to fit your ease. I dance like thunder, speak like fire, and show up in boots, not apologies. If I burn a little bright, then look away. I'm not here to shrink for anybody's shade. You want quiet? Try the next girl down the bar. You want polite? Check the mirror, start with you. I'm not a storm to survive. I'm the sky when it clears and owns the view. I'm too loud, too wild, too me, and I've made peace with every part they try to mute. So don't love me in halves, don't frame me in glass. I'm not here to behave, I'm here to be too loud, too wild, too damn beautifully me. They say I wear red like I'm asking for trouble. I say I wear red because I am the trouble. They say I laugh too loud, dance too wild, but they never looked freer than I feel. I take up space in every room, not to prove a point, just to breathe fully. I don't apologize for being the storm when I was never meant to be a breeze. I'm too much for their taste, too bold, too bright, too unshaped. But I ain't seasoning myself to match their plate. I was never made to blend in anyway. So let them whisper, let them stare. I'll be out here taking up air. Too much, too real, and proud to stay that way. They roll their eyes when I speak my mind, like opinions are better left inside. But I've seen what silence does to fire, dims it quietly until it dies. So I speak loud and I dress loud and I show up even louder. Not because I need to be noticed, but because I refuse to be erased. I'm too much for their taste, too bold, too bright, too unshaped. But I ain't seasoned let them shrink to feel in control. I'll bloom big and I'll bloom whole. So if I'm too much, then they're too small, and that's not my call. You say I'll take care of you, but sugar, I've been doing that since I was 16. You think you're saying something new, but I've heard that line in 5 different draws. I don't need sweet talk in a pickup truck, I need room to drive it myself. If you can't lift more than your ego, then kindly step aside while I load the hay. Don't promise, just watch me. I've walked farther in these boots than you've driven. I don't want a man with dreams, I want one with tools and timing. I'm not impressed by your plan if you're still sitting on the couch. Don't promise, just watch me. I've got this with or without applause. I've paid bills with late night shifts, changed my own tire in a thunderstorm. You think you're my hero 'cause you offer to fix things, but darling, I've already built better. Flattery don't fuel tractors and sweet words won't hang shelves. If your hands are always empty, you can keep your compliments to yourself. Don't promise, just watch me. I've handled heat, mud, and men with half a spine. I don't want your someday story, I want someone who shows up on time. I'm not here to babysit ambition while you polish your charm. Don't promise, just watch me and try not to fall behind. I'm not bitter, I'm just busy. Too much to do to wait on maybe. You can talk or you can move, but you can't do both from the bleachers. Don't promise, just watch me. I'm out here building, living, rising. You're welcome to join, but only if you bring more than words. I'm not another girl to impress. I'm a fire to run with or get burned by. So don't promise, baby, just watch me. You always thought I'd wait, like I was made of patience and prayer. Like I'd sit by the window with soft eyes, hoping you'd remember I was worth the call. But I grew tired of shrinking in my own space and making excuses for your silence. So I picked up my dignity like a red dress and walked out before you noticed the room felt cold. This time I closed the door, not in anger, not in tears, just a quiet decision wrapped in strength. You won't find my name in your inbox anymore. You had your chances, but I found better things than waiting. I'm not bitter, bitterness is heavy, and I travel light now. I wear freedom on my lips like gloss and confidence in the click of my heels. hear my laugh in the places we never went. See my name in songs I write without your shadow. And maybe someday you'll feel the echo of what you didn't fight to keep. This time I close the door, not for drama, not for show, but because my worth finally spoke louder than your halfway love. You'll miss the fire, but I've learned how to keep it burning for myself. I didn't slam it, I didn't leave a note. I just turned the handle and chose myself. This time I closed the door, and I didn't look back, not out of spite, but out of peace. You lost a woman who loved hard, but I gained the woman who finally knew her worth. I ain't your Sunday dress, sweetheart. Don't smile on cue or play the part. I wear black when I feel gold, and I don't care what stories get told. That shade on my lips, it bites back. A little red, a little jet black. I kiss like truth, dance like sin, and I don't need saving from within. There's whiskey in my lipstick, fire in my veins. I don't chase hearts, I ride my own lane. Heels on the bar top, rules on the floor. If you can't handle me, there's the door. I don't ask, I take the risk. There's whiskey in my lipstick. I'm the song you skip till it hits just right, the spark that turns a calm to fight. I speak soft till the line gets crossed, then I smile while counting what you lost. I've been called too much, too wild, but honey, I've never lived mild. Don't need your doubt or your crown. I wear my sass like a wedding gown. There's whiskey in my lipstick, fire in my veins. I don't chase hearts, I ride my own lane. Heels on the bar top, rules on the floor. If you can't handle me, there's the door. I don't ask, I take the risk. There's whiskey in my lipstick. Don't try to box me up in lace. I got smoke and thunder in my grace. I burn bright, I don't behave. I'm the storm you won't outbrave. Yeah, there's whiskey in my lipstick, fire in my veins. Kiss with truth, not your games. I toast to wild, I toast to bold, and I shine best when I break the mold. If you want sweet, better rethink. There's whiskey in my lipstick. brought me trouble with a smile. Thought that line would slow me down. Baby, I've been called a hurricane by men who swore they could ride the storm. You thought you'd tame me with dinners and charm, but I don't melt for rehearsed lines. I've got fire that flickers in silence, and it only burns for the real kind. You should've known better than to think I came here to be caught. I'm not the type you chase and keep. I'm the one you watch walk out and on. You played the game like it had rules, but sugar, I wrote the playbook. Next time you meet a girl with wild in her eyes, maybe pause before you wink. You tried to guess where I'd be Friday. I was dancing 3 towns over by then. You kept refreshing your charm, I kept living like time wasn't yours to plan. I laughed at your little puzzles while you tried to solve me with sweet. But I'm not a riddle needing answers. I'm a woman who doesn't wait to be understood. You should've known better than think I came here to be caught. I'm not the type you chase and keep. I'm the one you watch walk out and on. You played the game like it had rules, but sugar, I wrote the playbook. Next time you meet a girl with wild in her eyes, maybe pause before you wink. I don't confuse attention with care, and I don't give warnings before I leave. If you thought I'd stay just 'cause you smiled, and bless your heart and bless your belief, you should've known better than to bet against a woman who runs her own show. I'm not here to audition for love, I'm the whole headline. So next time you try your lines and lean it, ask yourself first, can you handle the fire or just the spark?